Welcome back to 843 TV here in the absolutely gorgeous backdrop of the Colleton River Golf Club. We're here at the Dye Clubhouse. Joining us now are two fairly new members, the Incandelas, Joe and Debbie. They're here to share a little bit about their background and also their experience here and just their living here at the golf club in their experience. Debbie and Joe, thank you for sharing with us this morning, and we're looking forward to hearing about your story. I understand you have been originally from Boston, spent most of your career there, raised your children there.
Correct.
After a brief period in Florida, you found your way here to Colleton River. We're going to ask you to share about that in just a second, but tell us about your career. I understand that the two of you have had quite an interesting journey. Joe, would you share a little bit about that?
I guess I could start with the word fortunate.
Okay, that's a good one.
over the many years in the workforce, I've had a number of different assignments and took on things ranging from being a chairman of a company, being CEO of several companies, to being a private equity investor. So it took me through a range of career stops, and the end result is living here, and we're delighted.
Absolutely. What a great way to continue that journey, let's just say. What about you, Debbie?
My path was a little different. I actually started when I was younger in music. I took 4 years of vocal training with an opera teacher, but I did not go that way. I ended up singing in nightclubs and lounges, mostly in the west coast of the States. So in the southwest of the United States, I was a cabaret singer.
Oh, wow.
And I loved it. I loved it. I carried it through even when we moved into Boston a bit, raised our family, and then when we moved to Florida, I did a bit of showcasing in Florida. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
So you've really been in many parts of the country.
Yes.
And now you've migrated your way here to this little corner of the Southeast, which is an absolute gem that we all love. So how did you get to Colleton River? How did you make your way to discover it?
Okay, so I get to take this one. We were in Florida at the time, and I had made a decision it's not where I wanted to retire. So I researched for a good year online, and I was able to find some interesting communities in the Southeast. And I had never visited, neither of us had ever visited this area. I had been to Charleston, loved it. So I took Joe when he retired. I said, we're going on a trip. So we went up to Charleston to visit, had a wonderful few days there. And then I said, surprise, we're going to visit a couple of communities in the Bluffton area and Hilton Head area.
And he said, where is Bluffton?
He did.
What is that?
He did. And we ran into Colleton River with a lot of research, but I felt it was a good place for us. We looked, and it ended up being a terrific place.
So what was your first impression?
Remote. I'm a city guy.
Okay. Boston,
Yeah,
Hilton
New York.
Head.
I was born in New York. We lived in LA. I've lived in Chicago. But what I really loved was the natural tranquility of the Low Country.
That's a wonderful way to describe it, isn't it?
It's and that's what stands out to me about living here. You know, the Colleton River has a lot of assets, not the least of which is that natural tranquility. The people that live here are so embracing. We found it amazing. The assets of the club, the golf courses, the facilities, and fourthly, this is a very well-managed club. The management team and the board of trustees really manage this very well.
Absolutely. Besides all the wonderful amenities inside the club, there's really close by, just a few miles out, and once you get to the gate and go on, there's all the amenities that you don't have the big city like, but you have now, in the last few years, a lot of retailers, a lot of things that you didn't have actually a few years ago. So you kind of have the best of both worlds.
The dining here is fabulous. Even Bluffton Town Center, I love it. Go on Hilton Head for some more restaurants and beach experience. Love it. I want to interject something about the golf. We both were golfers, but I wouldn't say I'm a player, but I love the game, and I was concerned about that because there's some pretty wonderful courses here. But it turned out I met some fabulous ladies and gentlemen, and Larry Ross. We were able to come in, and I was able to play my game and meet people who play my game, and I just have a lot of fun. It's very relaxed.
So you don't have to be intimidated by the fact that you're not a top golfer to play here.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I'm sure there's a lot of opportunities for learning. Larry, would you share that there's, if you want to take a lesson?
Absolutely. We have a golf academy headed by David Lepore, our director of golf academy, who is a wonderful teacher. All of our professionals are teaching professionals. There are lessons available to help you out. We do the latest technology, TrackMan, for golf instruction. And very shortly, we will be opening our new teaching and learning center at the back of the Nicholas Golf Course or driving range. We'll have 2 indoor bays and 3 outdoor bays, plus the latest technology and teaching, an area for club making, club repair, etc. So we're pretty excited about the opportunity for people to either learn the game or improve their game.
Sure, absolutely. Stick around. We'll be right back with more 843 TV.